Hi everyone, and welcome to Living Low Carb with Becky. And today I am going to be doing super fudgy brownies. There's no flour in it whatsoever. I have a few other brownie recipes that are all good. I will tell you that I'm also a grandma right now to a kitty cat that's just learned how to jump on the counter. So, and I'm also home alone. So if she should act up, she might be in the video. Let's get going. What I have already done is I have taken 4 eggs and I put it into one bowl and I beat them for 2 minutes until they were nice and frothy. And then in another bowl, I took 8 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, Baker's, generic, whatever your choice may be, and 8 tablespoons or 1 stick of butter. Melted it in the microwave. I just did 30-second stir, 30-second stir until fully melted without burning. Now we're ready for the next step. I'm going to introduce some new ingredients today. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1/4 cup, and I'll bring it down here in just a minute, but I'm going to take 1/4 cup of heavy cream and put it into the chocolate portion. Get some creamy flavoring. Then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Just putting that in. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Once again, good old pink Himalayan. Okay. Going into new territory. This is called In the Raw. It is 0 calories, sugar free, and it's supposed to do the same thing as your monk fruit, as your swerve, as your allulose. What they have done is they've taken erythritol, allulose, stevia, and monk fruit and mixed them. So those of you that don't like swerve because of the cooling effect, that's what stevia does. It takes the cooling effect away. So they put that in there. For those who think that it's not as sweet as monk fruit, they put the monk fruit in there. For those that think monk fruit's too sweet, they put the allulose. From everything that I have read, people say that this one, we're gonna judge, this one is the closest to a true sugar taste, like out of everything. This one is gonna be 1 for 1 exact. So it is keto certified if you're keto, so it works with low carb, Mediterranean, all that kind of stuff. Bakes like sugar, 0 net carbs, low glycemic, once again, so you're not gonna spike your insulin, gluten-free, everything comes from a plant, okay? No chemicals, everything comes from a plant. So, yeah, it just literally comes out to no carbs. So anyways, the mixture of everything is supposed to make it be exactly like sugar. And I just opened it up and I saw some clumps, so let me just massage it here a little bit. Because we are going to use 2 cups of granulated natural sweetener. Now what I can say is if you're at home and you want to make this today and you have your monk fruit or you have your swerve, just use it. Just totally use it. I asked for a sample from the company and I got it. Hi and bye. She just jumped right up onto the video like, oh my land. Okay, gotta love her. I wanted to have the brownies done before my daughter got home from school, so there would be like a nice little snack waiting, but she was crying upstairs and the grandma had to let her out. Okay, so here I go. I think I've got that done. Trying to open the bag back up. So, because these bags aren't very big, I'm just using a 1/2 cup measure. So I'm gonna do it 4 times. I need a total of 2 cups. That actually may be too big to get in there. I just learned over time with erythritol that I always needed to go a smidge over, so I didn't mind pouring. But this one's supposed to be like literally exact, so I'm trying to make sure I go literally exact for you guys. I'm so glad they sent me a sample too. So. Oh, hello. Friendly one. Okay. That's one. Now I think I can pour. Now I'm low enough in the bag I can see what I'm doing. 1.5. Two. Okay. There's still about half a cup. It's a 14-ounce bag. So 2 cups of sweetener of choice. I'm telling you right now that I am doing an experiment, so I'm going to be letting you guys know. And literally a splash of stevia, and here is why. I'm mixing 2 recipes. I just did like a squirt, so it's kind of like 1/8 of a, maybe even less. I'm mixing 2 recipes, and the first recipe actually called for a Lily's chocolate bar. Well, a Lily's chocolate bar is sweetened with stevia. I used unsweetened bakers. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to put that part of the Lily's in. So I'm just adding a squirt to try to not go over, but to make it taste more like a Lily's chocolate bar. That's it. If you like less sweetened, you don't need it. I was just using stevia to do that. So now I'm going to really quickly mix this. Let me show you the 2. I haven't done that yet. So I have the eggs all frothy, and I have everything else now in here. I've got the chocolate, butter, heavy cream, granulated sweetener, vanilla extract, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and a splash of stevia. And actually, let me just tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blend this. Once this is blended, you pour half into here and mix. Then you pour the second half and mix. And then we're ready to put it in the pan. So instead of you just watching me mix for the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'm gonna blend this, and I'm gonna do half and half, and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, so what I have done is I've gone ahead and mixed everything, and I have greased 8x8 or 9x9 pan. Use butter. And we're going to simply transfer it. Let me show you how the batter looks. It is thick. And silly me got rid of my rubber scraper. Let me get another one. And now I have to use my little small guy. Okay, really, really thick batter, okay? So these are gonna make great brownies, and there's not a drip of any type of flour in here. So it is going to be gluten-free. It is going to be diabetic friendly. It's going to be paleo. It's going to be healthy living, all lifestyles, Mediterranean, you name it. And of course, it's going to be low carb. I'll go over those facts in a few. What I will tell you is in the description below, when you press on the arrow to pull up the description, you will see it all typed out for you. You will not see a link this time, because what I have done is combined a couple recipes and made a few changes. In other words, this is a Becky creation. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. So I'm now going to, you'll see it's nice and thick. They're gonna make thick bars. I'm already loving the look of this. Okay, smoothing it out. Guys, these fill up like half the pan, so these are gonna be a great, great treat for you guys. They're definitely a thick bar. Loving the looks. Okay, I'm gonna kind of get the edge cleaned off on that one spot. Notice I didn't even use parchment paper, just used butter. Butter. Okay. Into the oven, 325. I'm thinking, let me just put this back up to me. I'm thinking, because I did 325 and not 350, 350 is usually about a 30-minute brownie. So I'm thinking it might take like 45, but this is my first time and it's my recipe and we're doing it together. So if it truly works, I will let you know the exact time when I come back to you. I'm gonna set it for, I'm gonna go 38. I'm gonna go 38. I'm gonna bump my way up. I'd rather bump up than burn. So let me just set it there. Can't hurt anything by doing that. Also sat down with my good old nutrition calculator. All right, so for all of the ingredients here, it is 153 calories, 16 bars. So you're gonna cut them 4 by 4. But guys, it filled up half the pan. They're gonna be thick. They're gonna be really, really thick. So you don't need more. It may only look that big as a square, but then when it's that thick too, you're good. You're good. So 153 calories, 3.6 grams of protein. This is a snack, so your protein is not gonna be huge here. 15 grams of carb. It's got the butter and the cream. 4.3 total carbs, for those counting total carbs. 3.1 of fiber, which means your net carbs, when you subtract the fiber from the total, is 1.2 carbs. That is stinking awesome. So everything's done. I have this typed out. It will be in the description. If I have to adjust the cooking time, I will let you know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook it, then I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit until I can cut them without burning my hands, and I will show you the finished product. So we'll see you on the other side. Okay, so the brownies are done and they look amazing. We're gonna try our first bite together. I did go back and listen through though, and I realized that I mentioned a couple of the nutrition facts wrong. So I'm just gonna repeat them to you. Calories 153, protein 3.6, fat 15 grams, total carbs 4.3, fiber 3.1, which gives you a net carb of 1.2. They did cook right at 45 minutes. I did start under. I told you I would let you know when they came out. So 45 minutes seems to be just about right. And these are still hot. So I have a fork, but I wanted you to see just how thick they really are. Okay, and I'm diving right in, and I'm also gonna let you know how that sugar part tastes. She missed. That was a cat trying to jump on the counter. Guys, that is really, really good. So I was letting you know earlier I used in the raw instead of my normal swerve. I gotta tell you, there's no effect. I really think, I like it. I think I like it. So I will post the recipe. Use whatever sweetener you have, but I'm definitely gonna put out a recommendation on that one, and enjoy a nice chewy brownie. All right, see you next time. Bye.